Hello, welcome to the Startup Greece Talk. So on this episode, I will meet Kyriakos Tzabazidis from Lykos Talent. So welcome, Kyriakos. Thanks for being here. Thanks for seeing you again.
Hi, Thano. Thank you for having me. It's a really great pleasure being here and talking with you.
So that's great to see you, and we for sure talk more about Lykos Talent. But before that, I would like to let us know more about you. Who's Kyriakos, and could you please share us more about your background and about your story?
Sure. So my story starts back in the late, not late, I would say mid 90s. So it was the first time that I came, I had a personal computer. I used to call them back then. Used to be an Amstrad PC. And it was my, first task. I was so fascinated about what these machines could do. So I started, getting educated myself. I was a bit lucky because in my school, although public school, we had some first programming exposure with Pascal and Basic back then. Of course, we never managed, to make the click, how we could use it, because it was very fresh back then. And it was also very negative influence, what you're going to do, computer is not the future, all these things were in the play in the mid 90s. Yet every, technology proved wrong everybody. I had my first exposure also with, so before the Google arrives, to Greece, with friends, we going into databases of universities, it was just black screen with some graphics, and you could go and search things there. And late 90s, I was more involved with hardware and gaming, but that was purely a hobby. So my professional background then was with hospitality. So I was part of now called the West at the University of West Attica, studied hospitality management. And my career, first in Greece, then in London, and lately in the last 10 years in Dubai, was all around hospitality. And I managed to have very good career. So with many awards, 100 best restaurants of the world, 2 bars in world's best 50 world's best 50. Brand ambassador for some major Greek spirits companies. So I did very good overall. And but throughout, especially the last 8 years, I was focusing on there was a problem with staffing. So it was always, the question among us, the professional community, that we cannot find good people, and it's very difficult to find. So from my experience, I didn't have this problem. So I'm like, what I'm doing right? Until one point where we used to run a restaurant of 190 people, we had 60 people resigning, and then we have to, of course, we were working at least 12 hours a day. Then you had to work the full day until to find the right people. And this is where I came across to see that you were just seeing people that they tell you something on paper and they're totally different. And when you hire them, 3 months later, it's again somebody else. So very frustrating, time consuming, and all these elements. So from my personal frustration, I came to, I wanted to solve the problem. Like, I don't want to see 100 people. I want to click one button and see only, 1, 2, 3 people that's worth it, from the business perspective. And throughout the years, we start, researching the world. Of course, I had my, touch with my connection with technology. How can we apply technology to find the right people? And in 2018, I started, full research to see if we can have a system like this, how we can build it. It was nothing, at least something major back then. So I started researching from New Zealand until San Francisco, every single country, go and see any company that exists. I spoke with all of them. They were doing different things, different methodologies, different science, because there's a lot of noise into the space, especially when you want to predict performance. There's a lot of noise. There is assessment of technology with different scientific findings. You have job portals, you have ATS, you have recruiting software, you have talent intelligence. It's many different things. So from this journey, which took me around a year into research, I came with, took the whole process, removed all the unnecessary elements, and I launched my first job portal in 2019. So that was purely, again, on the hobby, my hobby phase. And we start seeing, a lot of interest because it was very, very fast. So then I wanted to say, okay, how can I make it accurate now? How can have this really one button? This is when we collaborated with, we found our science team, which is based out of Harvard. So they consist of an ex-IBM executive. It's the lead researcher of Harvard University on the psychology department, and a PhD from Yale in data science. So these guys they had already done something similar for Fortune 500 companies.
Okay.
However, not with our methodology or with the simplicity on the user experience that we wanted. Because the first target was hospitality, which were not necessarily innovators.
So before you are going to talk about the market, etc. So I want to make it clear. What is Lykos Talent? What we are doing?
So Lykos Talent is the next generation all-in-one hiring and talent management platform, from hire to buy. So we want the most important element, either financially, either customer-wise, is the humans. The humans will interact with your clients to bring you more clients. The humans will interact with your P&L. The humans is your human capital. So the thing is, because all the industries expanded the last 20 years, this was not a problem back then. Because, okay, I have an opening, I will find it, no problem, I will trial a bit. The ethics were different as well 20 years ago. Nowadays, it's a complete new world, and with COVID, it's even worse, even more different. So, and it will become even more worse.
Okay. So you believe that the big resign and the issues that, especially hospitality sector is facing is going to be worse. The situation will be more difficult.
It will be more difficult because hospitality has used to have the highest turnover globally, 32%, and the duration is 6 months on average. So what you can train there? I hired him. By the time I finish the training and he's about to deliver, they find another job, they're moving. And it's constant. It's madness. So, and this is also which, I don't know if the right time now to mention, is what gave us a lot of experience. So we can go now to say other industries, how we can help other industries out of hospitality, because, only by volume and, when you're burning a lot of money, you can see where else there is problems. So yeah, hospitality. Yeah, this is where we tested everything.
So right now you have a focus on hospitality, or you are more generic?
So we started from hospitality, and here's a funny story as well, because we finished the portal on 2019. Then we built the first 3 models on mid 2019, and we launched. It was a great adoption. I mean, we just signed 10 companies the first month, and that was from January 2020, and we shut down on February 2020 due to COVID and the lockdowns. So we built the first series of models. So for hospitality, we created the whole hierarchy of the power skills, from kitchen porter up to the CEO, in a methodology of how I can have a perfect power team that they can work together. So the criteria that we set place, it can create you an organization that these people can work together for long, because we want to reduce the turnover, increase, of course, the duration when we're hiring someone. Yet we arrive after COVID, although we did our studies. We studied McKinsey, we studied Capgemini, all the reports that were coming in for V recovery, W recovery, and all these scenarios. Nothing happened. So,
nothing at all.
So we arrive in the market, and although we built 120 models by the time, within 6 months, we arrived in no market. And this is where, the real trouble started for us, because there's no market. Listen, guys, great idea, but it's not for now. And all these, disappointing elements. We will start running out of cash as well. and we're like, oops, what's going to happen? Are we going to be part of the statistics that more startup fails because of lacking money? No, it's not going to happen, you know. And no, it's not going to happen because I had invested already. I think it's worth saying that the startup is bootstrapped. I financed it myself. So I really know, you know, how much, how important is every money gets, every cent gets burned.
It's not very return, actually, yeah.
So, but then what we did, we pivoted. So we created, we took the models and we created a different sequence. So we went back to the client and said, you know what, if you're still firing, means you need to keep some of your people. So get this software so we can see who to keep and who to develop.
Okay.
This is the second part for the internal. Now it's about evolution and employee and mobilization and succession.
Okay.
Which actually works very, very well. It's a kind of a door opener for us. So we didn't run out of money. I kept, you know, pushing forward, and we did the third pivot this year on February, because the methodology was built it by 80%. Let the people tell you what they want.
Yeah, yeah,
so,
based on customer, feedback.
So we built this, and then the chemists, you know, guys, can we get some more different set of information? Sure. What would you like? Would like to see the hierarchy. Would like to see if they fit in different business functions. Perfect. So now we give a full review of a person, if it's suitable, best fit for a specific role, if he or she is on the right hierarchy, supervisor, entry, supervisor, managerial, and above, and even if they are on the right business function. Should be on sales, should be on marketing, accounts, where these people could be more powerful. And of course, this is backed by science. The scientific research, we're following the latest research of Carnegie, Harvard, and Stanford Institute of Research of 2015, where they come and the finding is that by 85%, future job success is defined by the mindset, about the soft skills of a person. And this is, you know, where we base the whole venture. And after we saw, again, not the growth that we want in hospitality, so you know what, let's try other industries. And we saw that our sales cycle has reduced from 2 to 6 months to 2 months.
Really?
Because it's crazy.
Crazy.
It's just crazy. Because in hospitality, they're taking too much time to decide. There's too many stakeholders. Okay, compliance. Okay, HR. You know, let's see the finance guy. Let's see. But in other industries, the HR
decide
professionals, they have their own budgets. They can make the decision, and then it's just a matter of a couple of meetings to see compliance and if we can, you know, do any kind of integration that maybe is required in the future. So, and now we just announced last week a very strong partnership with, at least here in UAE, with a consulting firm, and we start moving into other industries. So we're focusing on Web3, and especially with Dubai now becoming a hub for yes. So we're focusing on Web3 companies, renewable energy, and logistics.
Okay. So you are going to use it like a vehicle in order to enter the market. So you're gonna use this consulting company for that, or are they going to be customers?
So we're gonna use them to open more doors. You know, because because it's we're seeing that it works having a couple of very strong strategic partners that, you know, can fall under affiliate marketing, and we can help each other. So wherever we can introduce them, or wherever they can introduce us, and vice versa.
Okay, I see. And how big is that market? So for sure, it's gonna grow, and it's gonna be more competitive. So we've seen the issues that appear due to the meta-COVID period, and also we've seen that some companies. I read that some hotels are hiring, and the whole actually process of hiring, it's one day. So they do the interview, and right away they get people without any experience, and it's crazy how the market has been transformed. And you know, I'm looking forward the next things on the market. So how big is the market, and where you see your venture in the next few years?
Look, the hospitality in the region is growing. It's first of all, it's one of the most brutal hospitality markets globally, and one of the most advanced. The country here, they're using a lot of systems, and hence their growth. What you're saying is true, and the whole hiring process, I mean, to get someone in a hotel can take up to 3 months. They do have a lot of inflow of candidates, but again, the turnover doesn't stop, because maybe you hire someone, but again, after 3 months, only people are able to understand if this person is the right fit or not. And this is what we do different. We want to tell them upfront. So we provide them with action, it's a data-driven hiring, where we can give them information for someone and their future job performance. This is what the models, the AI models do. This is the information we provide. So then it can make it even to make faster decisions and more accurate decisions.
Great. And what do you believe about the market? So how big is the HR market that you are in?
Look, we do have 600 5-star hotels and 7,000 restaurants. We have more restaurants than New York per capita. Okay. So it's a very big market. However, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is coming very, very strong in the next 2 to 3 years. So the region is set for a massive growth. On the short term, we have Qatar with their World Cup that they don't have anymore the rooms to accommodate. Even on the news yesterday was like fans from the teams are in panic mode. So everybody starts booking now in Dubai. The local, one of the local airlines just announced 60 flights a day from Dubai to Qatar. Every 15 minutes will be a flight. So the short term here is going to be really, really busy, and we're looking to capitalize on that. Now for the future of Lykos, look, we will see. We know we will be somewhere in the future, you know, since we survived the last 2 to 3 years, for sure we're going to be present. We just launched and to the Greek market now. So I believe from September we'll start seeing us in Greece with other industries. Hospitality is not so much of a focus in Greece. And yeah, I mean, that's now we want to, you know, springboard what we have in our hands right now. Make sure we communicate and we find the clients to solve their problems, and keep growing.
So you are looking to expand in the EU, and as you already are in MENA, and for sure I see the opportunity on that market in the next few years. So the market, I think, due to it's, you know, there are no issues with energy, so the market is gonna go up for sure, maybe, let's say. So okay, great. So how does your startup make money? So what's the model that you use in order to scale and be sustainable first?
So we have after change at least 5-6 models. We tried everything. And the one that we see now that it works is a hybrid between usage-based and software as a service. Actually, it is software as a service, and we forecast the usage of how many people they want us to screen for the companies. So based on this, we create a. It's up to them. We can we have if they want to pay 100% front, if they want monthly, we're flexible with the payments because we want them, you know, to use it. This is what so far we've seen that so far. I mean, the last 3 months, what we start seeing working.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how many customers finally hire, but it's about the number of the people that are getting screened. And
exactly.
You could offer different packages, as I see. I mean that you could sell upfront, you could have some monthly or one-time fee, or some other, you know, not to that success fee on that way.
No, but that's what we want to remove from because there is competition, and our competition is the traditional sources, right? Recruiters, headhunters, job portals, and all these other elements. So which is very expensive, and it takes very, very long. So for us, we want for the clients come on board, familiarize themselves, because we do have also we have very strong element of stickiness. So after we give them a free trial for to screen 5 of their people. Once they go past this rate, they can really see how it's possible. You give me a report and I see the same person in the interview. And this is what help us a lot to stay with us and to keep progressing. We have some thoughts for add-ons and other things, but it's not for now. We need to keep it, very clear and simple. And because we tried and we failed in all the previous freemium models or everything upfront and everything, we want now to start building our MRR, which will give us a more clear indication about the future and our rest of our metrics. It will be more sustainable. Yes, we had to use upfront payments so we can survive for the last year and a half. But now that we break even, because the last month we reached this milestone as well, we are more comfortable with building MRR, which is even better for the client, even better for us.
What's the average, let's say, fee of a company that they pay for your service?
It's around, the average is on $4,000 US per year right now. And as an entry offer that can come in, based on how many we can serve as well, because it's a very, very small team what we have right now. And so it's an innovative technology, for them to come and say, yes, I will invest. We want to have it, very, very accessible.
And what do the customers say about the competitive advantage? So you said that you have something quite specific, and what do the customers say?
So far they come and say how we can get more people. So I'll give you one example with one of major hotel chains here. It's actually one of our best clients. We hired them. That was 6 months ago. 3 of them that they hired through the system were top performers. They have outperformed a lot of their colleagues. So they're taking bookings, and they pretty much whatever they spend with us and whatever they brought on their salary, these guys, they make it in one weekend, because they're such high performance.
So what's the secret recipe? I mean, if you can share, what are the main things that it's the the most valuable thing of what you are doing? Is it the system, the algorithms that you have developed? Is it the knowledge that you get from data and you build based on that? What is the secret sauce?
That's a very good question. The secret sauce is that the system is objective. It's fast and accurate. That's the secret sauce behind it. And we do all the work is be done by the system on the background for people just to make choices, to make decisions. And the system thinks of who is the ideal candidate for a specific role. And of course, this is a result of interviews with other professionals before we come to ask from the system, look for this 5 parameters, for example. It's a result of continuous feedback with the clients, because we go back and we ask them, all right, guys, this is what we gave you. How much do you agree? So we keep measuring. And of course, the science team that keeps developing and keeps upgrading the system and methodologies. So it's a continuous effort.
I see. Okay, so you said that it's for sure it's a competitive market. So how do you acquire customers? What's the way that you attract?
So currently, and it's all from personal networks. Again, affiliate marketing, and because we didn't have a very clear messaging for the last couple of years. We didn't even really understand who we are. Now that we know, and we will have a new website as well coming, landing pages coming in the next 2 weeks, then we're gonna go and focus on the awareness and the consideration levels to use online mainly digital marketing practices to bring back leads, and then it's matter to us to convert them. Okay, so and before you talk me about that you are
about to break even, or the previous month you make it break even? How's it going? And are you currently looking to fundraise some money?
Look, we were trying, but we're not ready. Yeah, of course, you know, no harm in trying. However, we saw that we wasted our time. To be honest, we're not really looking for money.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know we are now more solid. We broke even, so you know we can start investing now properly ourselves, stay bootstrap as much as we want. However, if we find expertise, because this is what put me in danger, right? Yes, I had an understanding of technology. Yes, I knew the market. Yes, I was a seasoned executive, but it's a different animal altogether, venturing into technology, selling innovative technology. So thinking, you know, in a reverse way, if we find expertise, and of course, if they want to invest, so they can, you know, we can see that they really believe on what we're doing. Yes, in that case, we will. But it's all about adding more expertise into this venture because it's big. It's bigger that for you know, small team of 7 that we are now.
So you talk about the team and the background that you share and that you are on the market and you like. Why you would like to execute and you would like to acquire the market and do something great?
Could you please elaborate?
Yeah,
So
why you are the one that you're gonna take the market and be one of the leaders on the HR tech?
Very good question. So because so far we've seen what is happening around, we've seen that it's very difficult for big companies to change their business model and go to test the waters of what we do. There is solutions we start seeing coming up. There are comparators in the US, not again in the same methodology of how we set up and how we roll out with the systems of talent acquisition or team optimization. But so far, you know, we are the fastest, and we have the focus, and this is what we're sharing with the team, is not only about the technology, is how fast we can convert new clients. So we want to have an innovative model there as well. And this would give us the confidence, because when we go into meetings, these guys, they have considered 4 or 5 different other solutions. Where we do the difference is that for some reason, which I believe it was an accident, Lykos is a plug and play solution, you know, while all the others, they need to do a form of consultation first. They need to spend time on this. With us, there is nothing like this. What is your needs? Can we solve the problem? Yes. Plug and play, 24 hours, you're up and running. Let the system work for you. Focus on what is the most important. This is one of our big competitive advantages today.
And this is why you could do that, and you could understand what's the issue and the main concerns, let's say. So yes, and you said to me before about the expertise, and that the expertise that you are looking at, the access to markets and the access to network, it's quite important for you. And you told me that, okay, right now maybe we are not, you know, we don't need to raise some money. You can bootstrap as you can. Is there any exit strategy for you?
Look, to think of an exit strategy, yes, there is. We'd like, you know, down the line, I would like to run it first, see where we can go, and then, you know, get acquired. Okay, the dream would be to go an IPO, but it's a dream. To be more realistic, yes, we would see an acquisition in the next 4 to 5 years, but it's too early. You know, I mean, if something is working, why think of an exit? So this is the mentality today, especially after you know, the last 18 months were very, very difficult. You know, I mean, just to give it away now, it depends. I will not say no, but I don't think it's for the next at least 12 months in the plan. We want to really see what we can do now that we have a more clear picture of what we do.
So it comes to my mind, one of the most, you know, successful Greek startups, Workable. So they say no to
legends.
Legends, yeah, those guys, yeah, quite good. So yeah, they say no to a great exit back to 2015. So you know the situation in Greece. So they said no, and right now they are maybe one of the first unicorns, the Greek unicorns. So that's on the same field, on the HR tech. So I think that we probably have another one case in the next few years. So I hope to do the best. But let me know and let us know what's going on in the market. So are there any VCs, or do VCs invest heavily on the industry?
Look, from VCs, I cannot answer that because we didn't spend too much time there. But what we've seen from other companies, I mean, to be specific, if we know some VCs that they invest on HR tech, but we've seen 3 other companies, one of them called Gusto HR. Of course, they have a couple of other features more on the day-to-day. They reached a 10 billion US valuation. There was another one called Personio, and they raised around 200 millions, if I'm not wrong. There was another company called Personio. They reached a valuation of 8.5 billions. They raised another 200. Those that there is some really big numbers into the market for HR solutions.
So that's great. Thanks a lot for being here. Before we go, I want to make you a question, and it's not like a question actually. I would like to share with the audience your favorite quote.
Oh, that's a good one. Thanos, first of all, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for inviting me. The quote is what Sir Winston Churchill said on a university back in the days: never give in, never give in, never give in.
That's great.
And he left the auditorium. That's the message.
Yeah, it's quite important, and it's the entrepreneur attitude, and it's it's exactly this one. So Kyriakos, thanks a lot for being here. I wish you the best, and hope we will be in touch for sure, and hope to see you where you would like to be. Okay.
Thank you, Thano. Thanks a lot.
So see you. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.